Meghan Markle was born on August 4, 1981, in Los Angeles, California. She is widely respected for her involvement in charity and for being a vociferous feminist. The Duchess of Sussex will enter her 40s on Wednesday, bidding farewell to her life-changing 30. In the past 10 years, Meghan Markle has seen her life change completely in the past few years, from actress to senior royal and now, stepping down from that position. But Meghan never stopped using her time to advocate for good causes and inspire people all over the world. Meghan Markle is a powerful woman who knows what she wants and is not afraid to speak her mind. She has so many good and inspirational quotes about life, love and feminism. During International Women's Day visit to Dagenham, 2020, Meghan has called on teenage boys to value, appreciate and protect the women in their lives, on a surprise school visit ahead of International Women's Day. And she urged them to set the example for some men who are not seeing it that same way. Meghan Markle speaks about self-love and women empowerment through this quote when she wrote an essay for Elle Canada magazine in 2015. "We just need to be kinder to ourselves. If we treated ourselves the way we treated our best friend, can you imagine how much better off we would be? At times it is very necessary that we do the things we do for others." Meghan isn't afraid to speak out on things that really matter to her and has long been a vocal advocate for women's issues. Markle speaks about the power of education. When girls are given the right tools to succeed, they can create incredible futures, not only for themselves but also for those around them. Charity has always accompanied Meghan. In 2016, she started as a global ambassador for World Vision Canada and traveled to Rwanda to campaign for clean water. She also campaigned for the lack of education of girls and young women. Markle speaks about equality of the right to education. Everyone should be afforded the opportunity to receive the education they want, but more importantly, the education they have the right to receive. And for women and girls in developing countries, this is vital. Markle has for sure inspired thousands of women. She states that with fame comes responsibility. She said, "With fame comes opportunity, but it also includes responsibility to advocate and share, to focus less on glass slippers and more on pushing through glass ceilings. And, if I'm lucky enough, to inspire." The metaphor used by her implies on women to focus less on luxury and more on breaking stereotypes. Markle takes up the issue of unfair and discrimination of women representation at the United Nations Women Conference in 2015. She said, "Women make up more than half of the world's population and potential, so it is neither just nor practical for their voices, for our voices, to go unheard at the highest levels of decision-making. The way that we change that, in my opinion, is to mobilize girls and women to see their value as leaders, and to support them in these efforts." Getting old is not seen in a very positive light. Even for some women, it becomes hard for them to acknowledge their aging. Markle speaks about the positivity around it and how it teaches us self-love and self-worth. She said, "As you get older, you become more comfortable in your skin and comfortable in saying no to things. I've also learned that saying no is just as valuable as saying yes. It's something that, I think, comes with age and really having a sense of your self-worth. And then you make choices based on that." Meghan launched her lifestyle blog The Tig in 2014. The site is a hub for discerning palates people with interests in food, travel, fashion and beauty. Meghan also stopped doing this when she got into a relationship with Prince Harry. Meghan also speaks on aging and how she gives herself the much-needed care during the process. "As I'm getting older, my approach to aging is quite different. I make sure that I take care of my skin and body, especially with the work hours I have. And I don't just take care of myself for aesthetic reasons, but because how I feel is dictated by what I'm eating, how much rest I'm getting, and how much water I'm drinking." Markle empowers women and gives them the courage to wear their confidence. 2016. She said, "You can be a woman who wants to look good and still stand up for the equality of women. There's no uniform for feminism. You are a feminist exactly the way you are. Feminism has no definite uniform. There's no one way to be a feminist. This is another powerful quote on the stigma around feminists and their appearance. Markle is one of the millions of women who have made their voice count and continues inspiring others to do the same. On choosing to be positive, she said, make a choice, continue living your life feeling muddled in this abyss of self-misunderstanding, or you find your identity independent of it. She also talked about being a working mother, being a working mom, and traveling as well with a baby. My goodness, it's a lot, but it's also exciting. And now, she has 2 children, Archie and Lilibet. Markle's mantra, don't give it 5 minutes if you're not going to give it 5 years. When she first started dating Prince Harry, personally, I love a great love story. On how she and Prince Harry tune out the noise, we've just focused on who we are as a couple. On how she kept her romance with Prince Harry private for months. We were very quietly dating for about 6 months before it became news, and I was working during that whole time. Meghan and Harry started dating in 2016 after both were introduced by a friend. What begins with a blind date soon follows with a trip to Botswana. Prince Harry spoke of this when they both announced their engagement. I convinced her to come with me to Botswana and we camped out under the stars together. It wasn't until 2017 that the couple made their first public appearance together when they attended a wheelchair tennis match at the Invictus Games in Toronto. And finally, on November 27, 2017, the couple announced they would be getting married. According to both of them, the proposal was so random. Harry got down on one knee at Kensington Palace while they were roasting a chicken. The prince slipped an engagement ring on Meghan's finger that he designed himself, with a gold band and 3 diamonds, one of Princess Diana's personal collection. In 2018, Meghan Markle made Time magazine's single quote 100 most influential people list. On the 19th of May 2018, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, then known as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, were married at St. George's Chapel at Windsor Castle. Celebrity guests include Oprah, George and Amal Clooney, David and Victoria Beckham, Priyanka Chopra, Meghan of fellow former Suits, Idris Elba and Serena Williams. Around the time her special Vogue was released in 2019, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry were touring South Africa with baby Archie. Many people especially remember the ITV documentary about the tour, as it was here that Meghan's first rifts with the royal family were seen. When interviewer Tom Bradby asked if she was okay, she was emotional and replied, "Not many people ask me if I'm okay, but it's a fact of life going through these things." Something like that behind the scenes. A few months later, the Sussexes announced they were relinquishing their role as working royals. Not long after, the family moved to the United States.
Thank you for watching. If you liked, feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates. We will update the latest videos about the royal family every day. Thanks and goodbye.